Hi, my name is Don McLennan. I'm the Senior Vice President of Email Products here at Barracuda. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'm really excited to share with you our vision for email protection. When we think about how email is used in your organization, it's got some really interesting challenges. The biggest challenge is anyone can send any email to anyone else. So there's not a lot of control there. And of course, as humans, we're wired to trust things. And so we trust emails too. And of course, the bad guys use email to exploit your employees' trust. How do they do that? Well, they do it by tricking them into sending money or installing malware or sharing data. And we know that this sums to billions of dollars of losses a year across many thousands of incidents. So what our customers need is something that takes those trust decisions out of the hands of their employees. Customers need technologies from Barracuda that find and stop all of those deceptive attacks. The bad guys are constantly innovating and changing their tactics, and they need technologies from us to keep ahead of that. So when we think about how to trust an email that's arriving into your organization or a customer's organization, at one simple level, it's about looking at three things. One is, what is the sender domain? Can I trust it? The next is, what about the email address of the sender? Can I trust that? And then finally, it's the content of the email itself. Both the language, the file attachments, embedded links, and so forth, right? Sounds simple. In reality, we use advanced machine learning algorithms in order to figure out how to trust an email, because it gets a little more complicated than on the surface. Let's use sender domains as a simple example. When we're evaluating the trustworthiness of a sender domain, we might look at whether or not that domain is new. Because if it's established and we've interacted with it before, we've probably got a greater ability to trust it. Has that domain ever interacted with the customer that received the email before? In fact, has any customer ever interacted with that domain before across the entire collection of Barracuda customers? Is there evidence of a real business that owns this domain? Right? So you can see, we've got to do a lot to try to understand the trustworthiness of the domain. And we've got to take those same principles of trust and apply them to the email address of the sender, as well as the content of the email itself. I'm going to come back to this in a little while and share with you our vision for how to develop trust. But I also want to brief you on things we've been working on recently that will carry us into 2021. Our customers are asking us to deliver 4 things. They're asking us to find it, fix it, prove it, and integrate it. Find it meaning our customers need us, Barracuda, to find any and all email threats that are affecting their organization. They need help in fixing those occasional emails that do get through in order to remediate it. They need to prove it with respect to robust dashboards and reporting that help them understand their security posture. And they want all of this in the form of an integrated product suite, a single user interface, a cohesive experience that makes it easy to consume and utilize all of the Barracuda email capabilities. So let's double click for a minute on Find It. And for us, job 1 is to protect against all 13 known email threats. Really encourage you to get exposed to our 13 threats framework. We published it in 2020. It's great educational material. It helps you understand how the bad guys think and act, gives you examples of specific emails that relate to each threat type, even shows how in certain scenarios, multiple of these techniques are used in conjunction with each other. Right? But in the end, our job is to protect our customers against all 13. To that end, we've been investing in 2020 in a next generation threat research platform. And we're building 5 capabilities. The first of which is we rely on our customers as partners to help us understand new attacks and to give us feedback about potential cases of false positives and false negatives. We take this information and we feed it into our machine learning models so that our products are constantly adapting to what our customers are seeing for the first time. Right? When customers tell us about these potential false positives and false negatives, they want a feedback loop so they understand what happened after they've made such a report. We're also using this platform to develop more precise measurement of protection efficacy, because with that baseline, we can then track our progress, understand where our priorities and efforts should go, and measure the improvement over time. Right? Ultimately, all of this adds up to increased protection efficacy. It also enhances trust content, meaning the reputations of things like domains, IP addresses, email addresses, and so forth. And I'll come back to that concept a little later on in this presentation. As it relates to Fix-It, we've been investing very heavily in the forensics and incident response product this year, right? And made great strides in terms of automating remediation in particular, so that when you are looking at an email that potentially got through, and you're trying to understand the scope and scale of who else might have gotten that email, we make it really easy to detect that, automatically clean all those emails up, and then establish a pattern on a going forward basis to prevent it from happening again. We've also been investing in integrating forensics and incident response with downstream workflows. For example, if an employee was exposed to a particular email threat, we want to enroll them in related security awareness training by integrating with the Barracuda fish line product. We also know that some customers have a standard incident management product for all forms of security, in which case they'd like us to integrate with those platforms like a SOAR application, or in the case of a managed service provider, a managed service platform who may be managing incidents on a customer's behalf. Let's double click on Prove It. The objective here is to make it easy for customers to know and to show their risk posture. And so we've been modernizing our product user interface to enhance data visualization and reporting. Here's an example in our forensics and incident response product. Previously, this would have been a list of existing incidents. And you could see you can get to the information about an individual incident. What you don't necessarily understand is what's happening over time. What are the trends? Are we doing better or worse over time? What's the shifting nature of the attacks that we're being subjected to? So here's an example of the after. This is a version of forensics and incident response we're about to release, showing the introduction of much richer data visualization, so you can immediately start to see trends and patterns in the data. You can expect to see this kind of more modern, interactive data visualization capability show up across the email product portfolio over time. We've got lots of different products where we're working to bring this into those products as we speak. Last, our customers are asking us to deliver to them one experience. They want to enjoy the benefits of a complete solution from Barracuda, which spans gateway-based defense, API-based defense for Office 365 customers. They want security awareness training. They want forensics and incident response. They want email archival solutions. And they want all of that in an integrated product suite. We've been spending a lot of time this year, right, working to deliver a single, consistent user interface across products by modernizing the technologies, introducing common data visualization libraries and features, getting ready for improved localization support, and also making sure that we have a consistent experience of these back-end services from authentication, provisioning, and entitlement management. All of this is intended to deliver to our customers the benefit of a single integrated solution. So if we look ahead beyond what work in progress I've shared with you today, let's revisit this concept of trust. So if we think about how we help an individual customer trust an individual email, and we've talked previously about looking at the sender domain, the email address from the sender, and the email content itself, we want to extend that paradigm to a trust network. We want that trust network to benefit all Barracuda customers across all Barracuda products, even to the extent that we're taking into account how customers interact with their suppliers and customers, develop reputations about those domains, email addresses, links, URLs, and the like, and extend that to the entire network so that every Barracuda customer benefits from the protection and experience that every other Barracuda customer has. We're even thinking about extending this paradigm to other sources of third-party trust verification. In the end, we want our entire product suite to have a trust network at the core. These trust-related services for advanced threats, reputation analytics, website categorization, and so forth become the ingredients that power all of our products, the email products, as well as our network security, app and cloud security, and data protection products. Right? This enables us to deliver a comprehensive solution that protects our customers' people, our customers' applications, data, and network across a variety of implementation or deployment models, be it on-premise, hybrid, cloud and on-premise, public cloud, managed service, and so forth. I'm really excited to share with you this future vision. I'm also excited to share with you progress reports as we take this journey. And in closing, the future is about trust. So I want to thank you for joining me today. It's been my privilege to share with you our vision for our email product suite. Also glad to have you as a partner. I hope you enjoy participating in Discover 20. And I'd also encourage you to further explore the 13 Threats framework. My colleague Mike Floten is making a presentation about it during Discover 20. I think you'll find it highly informative and educational. Thank you again for being a partner and participating in Discover 20.